what do people do and how do they react when they don't have the resources to make sure your family member is going to be okay? That has to be an intimidating process. And when people are telling you that we're going to go to trial in I forget how they phrased it, essentially a small, poor community in central Missouri who, they just don't give out awards that are worth very much. They just don't see life that way. So why don't you just take our settlement now? I have to believe there are people that would be intimidated and have to take some paltry amount, which would never help give this person the quality of life, or really what's fair. And what I've come to see is what would be fair and just. That's what we all buy insurance for.
I mean, this has dragged on for a couple of years now. While we will survive that as a family, another individual without close family ties, perhaps someone who outlived, the family, maybe living in a nursing home, afraid of their health and safety day after day after day after day, those kind of tactics could force that individual to accept a bare bones, pennies on the dollar settlement because they couldn't afford to push a settlement out for a couple of years. And I'm sure that's part of the tactics that these insurance companies use, particularly older people, weak people that don't have the means to get their own attorney, or don't have the knowledge they need to find representation for themselves, financially are harmed by it.
But what do poor people do who can't afford to get a family member through this kind of trauma?
They suffer. That's what they do. They suffer, and they usually end up on the public dole. Either in California we have state Medi-Cal, and then of course if they're of a disability or age-wise qualification, there's Medicare. But the benefits paid by both of those are certainly not what would be available with private insurance or with any other kind of normal financing.